Hello there, you're watching our television. This is State of Business. I am Pamutha Kadugampala. Let's have a look at the headlines. Sri Lanka seeks membership of the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. Over 70,000 tourist arrivals in July so far. Welcome back, you're with State of Business. Now let's have a detailed look at today's stories. Now, the Education Minister Susil Premajanta said that the government will provide fibre optic connections and adequate electricity facilities to selected schools in the country. The minister said this while participating in a diploma awarding ceremony at the Sri Lanka German Training Institute recently. Minister Susil Premajanta said the government aims to enhance communication facilities. The minister said that not only in terms of tertiary education, but also through the school system, a group of skilled youth should be gifted to the country. The minister said new teaching methods that are compatible with subjects such as artificial intelligence combined with information and communication technology should be implemented. The minister further said steps will be taken to bring about a professional-oriented transformative change in the school system as well as in university education. The students are expected to have the opportunity to study a professional course of their choice within the school itself in the future. The minister further mentioned that students can get some literacy for their future professional lives, whether they study at an advanced level or not. The minister also said that time spent on the professional training courses, which can be taken at the school, can reduce the time spent on following external courses. Meanwhile, the Foreign Minister Ali Sabri said that Sri Lanka intends to become a member of the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, which is the world's largest free trade area. The Foreign Minister said this at the 30th Asia Regional Forum ministerial meeting held in Jakarta, Indonesia on the 14th of this month. The RCEP became open for new members from 1st of July 2023, and Sri Lanka has submitted the letter of intent to the Asian Secretariat on 28th of June 2023 to join the RCEP. Addressing the forum, Foreign Minister Sabri highlighted the areas of cooperation for Sri Lanka, including maritime security, disaster management. The minister also emphasized on sustaining the growing economic dynamism and prosperity of the region. The minister held a series of bilateral meetings on the sidelines of the ARF with the ministers of Foreign Affairs of the member countries to discuss areas of mutual interests. The minister also met with the Indonesian Minister of Finance, the National Agency for Combating Terrorism, and the Sri Lankan business community in Indonesia. The ARF is an Asia-Pacific region-centric security dialogue mechanism inaugurated in 1994 in Thailand to promote regional development. The AIF has 27 member states, and Sri Lanka has been a member of the AIF since 2007. Now, the International Air Transport Association urged the government to create an aviation blueprint that can lead to greater economic prosperity through the development of a robust aviation industry. IATA Regional Vice President Philip Goh said this speaking at the Aviation Day ceremony in Colombo last Sunday. Philip Goh highlighted three key areas to consider in the aviation blueprint, namely facilitating sustainable growth, ensuring safety, and promoting sustainability. The IATA Vice President stressed the importance of an updated airport master plan as the first step. He urged the government to engage in a consultative approach that involves airlines to ensure industry input. Goh also mentioned the ongoing efforts to expand the Bandaranaike International Airport, applauding the government for its dedication. He further emphasized the significance of including industry stakeholders in the master plan, citing it as a global best practice. The IATA Regional Vice President also highlighted the importance of sustainable growth in a safe manner. Goh commended Sri Lanka's political goal of achieving net zero carbon emissions from aviation by 2050. Goh also emphasized the need for Sri Lanka to digitize passenger and cargo processes to address capacity constraints, increase efficiency, and enhance the travel experience. IATA Regional Vice President said as of the end of May, total global passenger traffic has already recovered and reached 96% of 2019 levels. Stay tuned for more stories after this short commercial break.
IWS Aviation.
Welcome back, you're with State of Business. Now, Sri Lanka's tourism industry is experiencing a notable surge in tourist arrivals, with the first 16 days of July welcoming over 70,000 tourists, according to the data released by the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority recently. Leading the influx of tourists for the month so far is India, followed by the United Kingdom. China has made significant progress as a tourist market, making it the third highest contributor for the month. Germany and the Russian market have also made significant contributions to the tourist traffic in this month. China's rapid ascent to the top three source markets is noteworthy, attributed to the resumption of operations by its national carrier, Air China. In 2018, before the Easter Sunday terror attacks, China had been the second largest source of tourists for Sri Lanka, with over 250,000 arrivals. However, this figure dropped in 2019 due to the aftermath of the attacks. Sri Lanka Tourism has set an ambitious target of welcoming over 130,000 tourists for the entire month of July. According to the provincial data, tourists from other countries like the Maldives, France, Australia, Canada and the United States have also contributed to the recent influx. Year to date, India remains the dominant source market, while Russia closely follows, with the United Kingdom, Germany and France also making respectable contributions. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka recorded over 100,000 tourist arrivals from Russia through direct flights to Bandaranaike International Airport in Katunaika and Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport this year. A special ceremony to celebrate this milestone was held at the Bandaranaike International Airport yesterday. Since October 2022, over 100,000 Russian tourists have been brought through flights operated by Russian flag carrier Aeroflot, along with charter flights Azure Air and Red Wings. The special ceremony was organized by the Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau and the Airport and Aviation Services. The ceremonies began with a warm welcome for passengers and crew arriving on an Aeroflot flight from Moscow. Russia ranks second largest source market for tourism in Sri Lanka, contributing 7% of the total travelers arrived in the country. The ceremony at the BIA was attended by the Russian ambassador to Sri Lanka, Levan Jagarian. The event featured a cultural performance by a traditional dance troupe, which was highly enjoyed by Russian tourists. The AASL chairman Chandra Suri expressed his gratitude to all the stakeholders for their dedication to supporting Sri Lanka's tourism industry and economy. He thanked all the tourism and aviation officials as well as industry stakeholders for their support in bringing in a large number of Russian travelers. Speaking at the ceremony, Russian ambassador Levan Jagarian said that the Russian Federation is committed to enhancing tourism cooperation with Sri Lanka.
I arrived here at the end of October last year, but I managed to visit many sightseeings, many very interesting places in Sri Lanka, in the eastern part of the country, western part, southern part, but not the northern part. And your island is a sort of paradise, and it's very attractive for Russian tourists. Not only for Russian tourists, but it's a big honor for us to have here 100,000 Russian tourists, and hopefully next year, maybe till the end of the year, we'll be able to welcome 200 tourists. And you must promise me, you with your colleagues, to organize the same ceremony to welcome Russian tourists, 200,000. And hopefully this tendency will continue. But I would like also to add that you have here many other attractive places, not only beaches, but also very interesting places in the heart of the island. Kandy, for example, with great temples, and Nuwara Ele, and so on. And you must do your utmost to attract Russian tourists also to visit these places. So I think the process has a mutual benefit, both for your country and for our tourists who are coming here to have a rest after maybe very severe cold in my country. Thank you very much for your hospitality, and we do believe that this process will continue. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned for the stock update. Welcome back, you're with State of Business. Now, the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on positive notes today. The all-share price index gained 68.08 points to close at 10,796.07, and the S&P 20 gained 5.74 points to close at 3,162.66. The turnover was 3 billion rupees and over 131 million shares were traded. Coming up next are forex rates. And that's it for tonight. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.